This recipe is a classic French dessert that you might only associate with a fancy restaurant, but we're going to show you how to do it at home. Creme Brûlée is a really simple dish made with custard.
Yep.
Okay, so that's an infused cream set with egg yolks and sugar. Traditionally, perhaps infused with vanilla or something like that, but we're going to do orange and cardamom.
That sounds amazing.
So to start with, we'll pop our cream into our pan. Now, again, all the weights and measurements you do need to know, but they are below. So that goes in there with the zest of an orange. So if you can just give that a good zesting into there.
I can do. Come here, I'll zest you properly.
Meanwhile, I'm going to show you the cardamom pods.
Now, I was going to speak to you about this. I associate cardamom pods with a curry.
Yes. The flavour is kind of an aromatic, citrusy, kind of zesty flavour. So actually in these, it cuts through the richness of the cream really, really well. Okay. So we want maybe 5 or 6 or so, and we just want to try and crush them. As you crush them, you see the seeds just kind of pop open like that, the pods. It means more flavour is going to come out that way.
Okay.
And then it's really simple. All we need to do is bring it up to a very gentle simmer and give it plenty of time to infuse. That's enough, but what we do is it just gets all caught on there. Oh, yeah. That's the bit you want, okay? Loads of orange flavour. Cool. Perfect. So once that's come up to boil, the cream will be beautifully infused. In the meantime, we'll use the rest of the orange for our other little trick, okay? So, segment an orange.
Yep.
Just by taking off top and bottom and going round the way. And the reason we're doing this is we're going to put segments of orange in the bottom.
Wow.
Okay, so as you cut through, we've got the creamy bit, but then you get a nice, fresh bit of orange at the bottom. And then just cut out our little segments. Okay, so cutting in either side of the pith. What you're left with are these orange segments, like that.
So you're not taking the pith?
You're not taking the pith.
Right, that's good.
That's your job.
Okay.
And you do it so well.
I try.
So if you can just take those ramekins, Jamie,
yep.
And we're just going to make 2 in this instant, but just put maybe 2 or 3 segments in the bottom of each ramekin.
Okay.
Right, next up we need to separate our egg yolks.
Yep. Vicious.
That was quite an aggressive tap. 3 of those, and then if you can just whisk that up with our sugar. Yep. I'm going to pour our custard, a bit cross-aligned here, but we'll manage,
I'm left-handed.
Into here. The reason you keep whisking is to make sure it doesn't scramble the eggs, and pass it through a sieve, and that way you can catch all the cardamom pods and the zest. Now essentially that is a custard that hasn't set yet, because you haven't quite cooked the eggs out.
Right.
So if we can now pour some of that into these. Bit of mess, as ever, Jamie, but I think we get the idea.
Yep.
Just a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Now, they're going to go into a bain-marie. So, just boil a kettle and pour it over a clean tea towel. Now, again, the tea towel just means it's going to stay hot. So you're not going to damage the tea towel, it's just giving it a good wash. But it stops them from heating up too quickly and therefore splitting. So, Jamie, if you can open the oven.
Yep.
And then put that into there. It's 160 degrees for 30 minutes. And at that point, you can take them out. They should have a slight wobble on them, okay? And then you can leave them to cool at room temperature before chilling them in the fridge. And when they're chilled, they look like this. So it's now a nice set custard.
Yep.
Now, the bit that everybody loves about a creme brulee is the cracky top, okay? So like caramel on top. So, a bit of icing sugar on top. If you can just swill that round so it covers the whole base, anything that's left can go back in there. If you haven't got a small blowtorch, then of course you can just put it under a really, really hot grill. Okay, but basically what we need to do is brown the outside. So from a fair height, keep it nice and even. Our creme brulee literally means burnt cream, so you do want to actually burn it a little bit more than you think you need to. And you want to caramelise that sugar so it's bubbly right around the edges. A nice plate, a little bit of a napkin. Careful because this could be still hot around the edges, so lift it from the bottom. And there is our orange and cardamom creme brulee sorted. So have a taste. Look at that, just a wobble. Don't forget our segments in the bottom.
The orange at the bottom.
Which is a little secret.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good job.